Hey, it's Chad Hasty, host of the Chad Hasty Show, which airs weekday mornings 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO. Well, it hasn't been a great week for President Donald Trump and the Trump administration. It's been day after day after day of breaking news that has been pretty bad. We'll just leave it at that, pretty bad for the Trump administration, at least PR-wise. It's been bad for the Trump administration, and, we'll see what Friday brings. The president leaves Friday for his first foreign trip overseas, and we'll see what that brings for the president. I had a prediction last week that I think that we'll see a big news story intended to create a lot of chaos while the president is out of town. Would not surprise me that if that story comes out on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday of next week. Again, I have no idea what that story is, but it's going to be, if it does happen, it'll be intended to create a lot of chaos and to ruin the president's first trip overseas. We'll see if that actually pans out or not. I hope it doesn't, but it would not surprise me at all. So, given all the bad news this week and all the bad headlines, does that really change how the base the support base of Donald Trump feels about the president? Well, guess what? The AP and some others took a look at it, and the answer is no, not really. Donald Trump's base of supporters, they're still with him. The AP went through and they actually did a few interviews with different Trump supporters to see how they felt about the president. Let's see here. In Denison, Iowa, a 60-year-old Mark Feller said he would support Trump's 2020 re-election without question, despite concerns over what Feller described as chaos in the Oval Office. The furniture dealer doesn't believe reports that the president asked Comey to back off his investigation before firing him. Quote, "If it were true, it would bother me, but I don't think it is true." In a rural area outside Des Moines, Iowa, John Strathman said he would give Trump a passing, albeit unimpressive, grade at the 4-month mark in his presidency. He said he would like to see Trump become more polished at the art of politics, but the 65-year-old retired Defense Department employee's decision on whether to continue Trump has little to do with the Russia scandal riling Washington. He wants Trump to follow through on his conservative policy promises. Quote, "If he doesn't govern like a conservative, it looks more like a Democrat, then I'll have to reevaluate," Strathman said. In Georgia, in Rutledge, Georgia, town about 800 people, a county that gave Trump nearly 70% of the vote. Doug Foy suggested Trump shouldn't presume the support is unshakable, even if he's not turning his back on the president. Foy said he runs a tree removal service, said he would be concerned if Trump pressured Comey to drop the investigation. He said, quote, "I'm not a politician, so I don't know what they should do. I don't know if they should pursue impeachment or anything like that." His son, though, who's 27 years old, said he hasn't paid close attention to the news in recent days, and he's not backing off his initial reasons for supporting the president, chief among them his disdain for Hillary Clinton. He said, "Trump's not in it for the money. He's got plenty of money," the younger Foy said. Clinton, he added, was in it just for herself. For many of the Trump faithful, even 6 months from the 2016 election, the fierce opposition to Clinton remains fresh. Trump isn't perfect, they say, but he's far better than what the alternative would have been. That I 100% agree with. Let's see, just kind of going through here, and the folks still love Donald Trump. In fact, you have this quote here from Andrew Atrondo, a 56-year-old truck driver, said, quote, "The Comey stuff is a joke." The AP asked him, could there be anything that would persuade him to abandon Trump? He said, quote, "Well, if he gasses his own people, yeah, I'd be against him." Ortando said, anything saying afterward he was only joking about that. Maybe he wasn't joking about it. But the lesson here for the AP, and guess what, folks? A lot of people in the mainstream media, they are shocked by this. A lot of the people who are based in New York City or Los Angeles, they're still amazed by this. The base of Trump's support is still there. I think it's a little shakier than it was overall, but the original Trump supporters who were there day one, they still love the guy. The people who came on board later, people like myself, I think there's a little more shakiness there, but they're still glad that he won and not Hillary Clinton. When given the choice between the chaos that has been going on in the Oval Office, the self-inflicted wounds that have gone on in the Oval Office, given a choice between all of that, the chaos that we've seen this last week, and either having Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, or Elizabeth Warren as president, give me the chaos any day. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time. News Talk 95.1 FM, 790 a.m. KFYO. Have a great weekend. Follow me on Twitter, Chad Hasty Radio. We'll talk later.